Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, all you men out there. I'm here again today in my new video. This is Dr. Men's Advocate program, Men's Advocate channel and TV. I'm always here to share the challenges facing men all over the world. In my today's video, I picked up a video that I watched online where one of the men out there was going through a big challenge. So this his challenge goes like this. My wife tore my international passport as we arrived our home country airport. Let me repeat. My wife tore my international passport as we arrived our home country airport. So he explained further, my wife gave me an international disgrace by tearing my international passport into pieces as we arrived our home country airport. I never knew that my wife can give me such level of disgrace in the public. I love my wife so much and I do not maltreat her. I always try to treat her well. The only thing she complained was that I was a mommy's boy. She always complained that I listened to my mother and my siblings more than I listened to her. I always told my wife that I love her and that I also love my mother and siblings because they were the ones that brought me into the world and raised me. I never treated my wife bad, and my family never asked me to treat her bad. The only thing I see in my wife was that she was always jealous of my attention to my family and how close I was to them. I also paid my wife attention as a wife, but I do not know if she wants me to stay away from my mother and siblings. We never had any serious quarrel, except her complaints here and there, how I always listened to my family. To my greatest surprise, when we decided to travel home, little did I know that my wife wanted to dump me back in our home country because she was the one who lived abroad before me and filed documents for me to travel and live with her abroad. Because of the good things she did for me, I always appreciated her and respected her, but little did I know that my wife did not value my respect and appreciation just because I am very close to my family. When we boarded the flight, we did not quarrel. Rather, she was just lamenting how my family had turned me to a mommy's boy, how I only listened to my family. Despite all my explanations to her that my family is not against her and they were not giving me any negative advice against her, she was still not happy and continued to lament how I was not loyal to her, rather that I was loyal to my family. As we arrived at our home country, the moment we finished immigration and customs checkout, she collected my passport from me and tore it into pieces to the glaring of everybody inside the airport terminal, including immigration and custom officials. I was shocked to my bone marrow, dumbfounded, and could not say a word. It was actually onlookers that started confronting my wife. Many onlookers, especially men, were angry how she treated her husband in public. Some even started urging immigration officials to arrest her for her violent behavior of tearing an international passport, the property of a state. Some people chastised her and informed her that an international passport is not a personal property, but a state property, and that tearing it in public could amount to a criminal arrest and prosecution. But as usual, because my wife did good to me by taking me abroad, I had to swallow a lot of insults and disgrace. Now I am in a state of dilemma. Should I apply and get another passport and visa to travel back to where we lived abroad? Or should I stay in our country and move on in life without her and our marriage? Especially as she may torture me more if I come back on my own. If you were in my shoes, what would you do? This is interesting. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting challenge to our men. So, all you men out there, can you guys follow me and analyze this challenge? Very serious challenge for him, our friend, and one of the men out there. We have heard his story as it unfolded. According to him, he was not having any serious quarrel with the wife. The wife is not complaining that he's doing anything bad against her, except the fact that she is accusing him of being a mommy's boy. That is basically he was listening to his mom, his mother, and his siblings, paying attention to them more than he pays to her. In which case, he also denies that. He said he pays attention to his family as well. He pays attention to his wife as he's supposed to. He wasn't doing anything against her, wasn't maltreating her, and he was even showing respect and appreciation as someone who brought her to abroad where they lived. So, in this case, my analysis is how, I can try to analyze how in marriages, especially between men and women, how men always respect and are good to their in-laws. Okay, how men, I can say categorically because I'm one of the men, that most men respect their in-laws and treat them well, especially when they visit his home, their home. But my own observation is that we cannot say the same as a lot of women. Most women seem not to like their in-laws. I mean, maybe their father-in-law, their mother-in-law, their sibling-in-laws, the husband's family. In most cases, we see a lot of fighting between the wife and her, her husband's family. And I don't know, this situation obtains in most places, in most marriages. I experienced similar situation as well, just like most men out there also experience similar situation. So we don't know if this is in the DNA of women. Most women does that than those that doesn't do it. They always quarrel with their husbands' families. The fact is that men try to welcome his in-laws in his house or in their family more than the women welcome their in-laws. Maybe his husband families. They always quarrel, always one reason or the other. In this case, the family is not doing anything. And this is our friend's place. The family is not doing anything wrong, according to him. His family loves his wife. They treat her well. They don't give him negative advice against his wife. It's just that because of the so much attention he pays to his family, who raised him, the wife become jealous. According to him, he thinks the wife seems to be jealous of how close he was to his family. So in this case, it's always a disparity between the way the husband welcomes his in-laws and the way the wives welcome her in-laws. It's always mostly it doesn't end well with the woman and her husband's in-law, husband's family. In most cases, there's always a quarrel. There's always fighting, infighting, even if there's no serious challenge facing, even if the family does not pose any challenge to the woman. I don't know if I can call it jealousness or I can call it, some women think that the men should, once they get married, they should now take complete attention away from his family. But some of those women doesn't understand that the men are equally humans. They have mothers, they have fathers, they have siblings, they have family members, and they still love them. If in as much as they love their wife, they show their wives her own love, and they still show their family their love, because these are the people that made him become whoever he is before he married that woman. So in this case, there's always this issue rising from marriages, especially from marriages from people from third world or developing countries, because of I don't know if I can call it, there's a lot of cultural, traditional, and societal differences between where they come from and where they live. So, um, you know, this is basically the situation of things, and this is the challenge our man was going through. So, in this case, what is the lesson that we learn here? The lesson on this story is that women should embrace their husbands' families, welcome them, accept them as much as the men do, because it's easier for men to accept their in-laws, their wife's family, and treat them well and be happy with them. Make them feel at home, tell them to feel at home. But women doesn't. Some women doesn't always do that, and the percentage of women that have problems with their husband's families are more than those that doesn't. Only in fewer cases that women are good to their husband families. So the lesson we should learn is those women that does this should learn how to embrace their husband families, because they should also love their husband families as her own family, because it's their husband family that welcomed her and approved the marriage, and all of them participated in bringing her into their family. So there's no reason why you should be against the people that welcomed you and their family. That's a big lesson for us to learn. But that's a conversation for another day. In this particular video, in this particular challenge that one of our men have here, he felt so devastated. He's in a dilemma. He doesn't know whether he should go back and get another passport and move back to where they live when he finishes his vacation in their home country, or should he forget about going back to where they live so that he doesn't get tortured by a woman that treats her bad? What should he do? He's seeking for advice. What do you think he should do in this kind of situation? Give him advice, let him know, so that other men out there can read your comments. So subscribe to my video channel, watch my video and other videos, like it, share it, check in the notifications so that you can get notified when a new video is uploaded. So in this case, I'll be reading your comments, and all the men out there, especially our friend that this happened to, will be reading your comments as well. I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.